You didn't just stumble upon this video. Something greater led you here. The timing, the chaos, the unanswered questions. None of it is coincidence. What's collapsing around you isn't punishment. It's preparation. Reality is rearranging itself for your alignment. Every door that closed, every silence that stretched too long, every plan that dissolved was the universe whispering, "It's time." You're standing inside a quantum shift where everything old must fall before the new can rise. Don't mistake this breaking for the end. It's the awakening. You weren't meant to find this video. It was meant to find you. There are moments in life when everything begins to fall apart. And at first, it feels like punishment. The job you thought was secure suddenly slips away. The relationship you anchored your heart to begins to fade. The plans you built with such certainty start to dissolve right before your eyes. You search for logic, for something to hold onto. But all you find is silence. This is where most people break. But what if that silence isn't emptiness? What if it's the universe reorganizing itself for you? The truth is, before alignment always comes dismantling. You can't step into a new vibration while clinging to the old one. Energy must release what no longer matches your frequency. It isn't chaos. It's quantum recalibration. Every collapse is simply the echo of energy shifting form. In quantum science, matter behaves like a wave until it's observed, and only then does it take shape. In the same way, your life is waves of potential waiting to align with your attention, your belief, your vibration. When the things around you crumble, it's not random. It's because your frequency no longer supports that version of reality. The old vibration can't coexist with the new one rising inside you. That's why the ground shakes. That's why people leave. That's why things end. It's not rejection. It's resonance. The universe is clearing space so that something higher can take form. The storm is not sent to destroy you, but to remove what cannot join your next level. The collapse, though painful, is sacred. It is the moment your soul begins to shed what was borrowed, what was heavy, what was never yours to carry. You might feel lost, but in truth, you are being repositioned. You might feel like you're falling, but you're actually being placed. Every ending is coded with precision. Every loss has a frequency of purpose embedded within it. You are not being punished. You are being tuned. The noise, the confusion, the emotional storms, they are signals that your energy is realigning. In quantum terms, you are collapsing old waveforms of limitation into new ones of expansion. The universe speaks the language of frequency, not words. And right now it's saying rise. When everything falls apart, your task is not to control the collapse, but to stay conscious within it, to breathe through the unraveling, to observe without resisting. Because the more you resist, the longer you stay in distortion. But the moment you surrender, energy begins to harmonize. The universe loves coherence. It reorganizes instantly when you stop fighting what's meant to fall. That's when you start to notice synchronicities, tiny openings, quiet signs that the alignment has begun. The silence softens, the heaviness lifts. Your reality, once fragmented, starts to shimmer with new possibility. The breakdown was never a punishment. It was an initiation into alignment. The fall was never failure. It was frequency. The truth is, your collapse is your recalibration. So the next time life dissolves around you, don't ask why me. Ask instead, what version of me is this collapse preparing? Because if the universe is rearranging itself for your alignment, then the real question is, what new timeline is it guiding you toward next? What if the chaos you're facing isn't random, but evidence of something deeper unfolding beneath the surface. In the quantum world, nothing truly disappears. Energy doesn't die, it transforms. What looks like collapse is simply energy shifting into a new pattern, preparing your life to align with a higher vibration. The universe doesn't destroy without reason. It rearranges. Every ending you've endured has been the physics of energy correcting itself. Think of your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs as signals constantly sent into the quantum field. That field is responsive. It mirrors back to you the exact frequency you emit. You're not being tested by life. You're being measured by resonance. If your heart vibrates with fear, the field sends you experiences that reflect it. If you move in trust, it reorganizes around your faith. The universe is not judging you. It's synchronizing with you. That's the hidden science behind every seeming breakdown. It's communication through vibration. Imagine light particles in a lab experiment behaving one way when unobserved and another when watched. Scientists call it the observer effect. Conscious observation changes reality. You do the same thing every day. What you focus on multiplies. What you bless grows stronger. What you fear repeats. You are both the experiment and the observer. When life feels like it's crumbling, what's really collapsing is the old vibration of who you were. The frequency of the person who accepted less, doubted, more feared change. That version of you can't survive in the new resonance. So it falls apart. That job ends. That relationship fades. That old identity dissolves. It's not punishment. It's precision. The universe is upgrading your software. And like any system update, the old programs must shut down first. I know it feels uncertain. There's that silence between what's leaving and what hasn't yet arrived. But that's the sacred interval where creation happens. It's the quantum pause, the stillness where new reality begins to assemble. Energy needs space to take new form, and endings create that space. When you stop clinging to what's breaking, you become available for what's building. You start to notice small signs of conversation that feels like divine timing. A message that finds you exactly when you need it. A calm that replaces the panic. That's how you know coherence is returning. The field is responding. What once felt like destruction now reveals itself as design. There's a higher order at play, even in the moments that seem most uncertain. If you could see beyond time, you'd realize that the universe never stopped working in your favor. It only waited for you to vibrate at the right frequency to receive what you've asked for. So instead of asking why is this happening to me, start asking what is this trying to align within me, because everything in your outer world is a mirror of the energy you're transmitting. When you shift your vibration from fear to faith, from control to surrender, the quantum field adjusts instantly. Life reorganizes. The timing begins to make sense. And what once felt like loss, you recognize as guidance. The truth is, nothing is falling apart. It's all falling into place, just at a higher frequency than before. The universe has a way of speaking that isn't made of words. It speaks through patterns, timing, and movement. When everything in your life starts to shift at once, when people drift away, and paths that once felt clear suddenly fade, it's not a mistake. It's communication. The signs of alignment are almost never soft or comfortable. They come disguised as endings, confusion, silence, and sudden clarity that unsettles you before it frees you. You may find yourself standing in the middle of uncertainty, watching the things you thought were permanent begin to unravel. But if you look closely, you'll see a strange rhythm hidden beneath the chaos. It's the pulse of something new being born through you. Your body knows before your mind does. You might feel waves of exhaustion for no reason, as if every cell is being rewired. You might experience moments of emotional release, tears without story. Sudden bursts of peace, memories surfacing only to dissolve again. These are not breakdowns. They are energy moving through layers of your system, clearing what no longer matches who you're becoming. Sometimes alignment feels like isolation. The conversations that used to excite you now feel heavy. The people you once leaned on seem distant. You crave silence instead of noise, depth instead of distraction. That's not loneliness. It's recalibration. When your vibration rises, your inner world starts to expand faster than your surroundings can keep up. The gap between who you were and who you're becoming widens. And in that space, the old naturally falls away. It's not rejection, it's resonance. You're simply outgrowing the versions of reality that no longer reflect your new frequency. Pay attention to the synchronicities that start to appear. Numbers repeating songs that echo your thoughts. Random encounters that carry messages you needed to hear. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations. The field is responding to your new vibration. Life begins to feel like a conversation with something invisible yet intimate. You ask and somehow the answer arrives not through logic but through alignment. The deeper you surrender, the clearer the signs become. You stop forcing outcomes and begin to follow energy instead. Doors open effortlessly. Ideas arrive out of nowhere. Opportunities align without struggle. What once took effort now feels guided. That's how the universe moves. When you're in coherence, it flows instead of resists. The greatest proof of alignment isn't perfection. It's peace. Not the absence of challenge, but the quiet knowing that even in uncertainty, you're exactly where you need to be. And the more you trust that rhythm, the faster your outer world begins to mirror your inner harmony. So when life feels like it's falling apart, pause and listen. What if it's not falling apart at all, but unfolding exactly as it should? What if the silence you fear is actually the sound of alignment settling in? The truth is, the universe never stops communicating. It's only waiting for you to listen differently. Everything in existence vibrates. Every thought, emotion, and intention sends a ripple through the invisible fabric of the universe. The law of resonance is simple but absolute. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. The timeline you experience, the people you meet, the opportunities that appear or vanish, they are all echoes of your vibration. The universe does not respond to your words. It responds to your frequency. When you carry the vibration of fear, life mirrors uncertainty. When you embody gratitude, doors begin to open without you forcing them. Energy recognizes energy. Reality is just a mirror reflecting the resonance you hold. Imagine striking a tuning fork and watching another one vibrate to the same tone across the room. That's resonance. You don't chase alignment. You match it. And when you do, the entire field rearranges itself to meet you. So if things around you are breaking down, if life feels misaligned, it's not because the universe has turned against you. It's because your frequency has outgrown the environment it once matched. The mismatch feels like chaos, but it's actually the friction of evolution. You are being tuned to a higher octave. The universe is like a symphony that never stops playing, and your energy determines which notes you hear. When your inner tone changes, the outer melody must follow. That's why trying to control outcomes from the outside never works. You can't manipulate the reflection. You must shift the source. The secret is not to chase the new reality, but to become the vibration that naturally creates it. When you hold peace in your body long enough, chaos loses its grip. When you choose faith instead of fear, the quantum field begins to synchronize events that align with that faith. It's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about resonating with what you desire before it appears. The more coherent your energy becomes, the faster the universe responds. You've seen it before. A thought about someone and suddenly they call a dream you couldn't shake, and days later it materializes. That's resonance collapsing potential into form. The field around you is neutral until your vibration gives it direction. You're not waiting for divine timing. Divine timing is waiting for your coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions vibrate in harmony, reality has no choice but to align. And when it does, it feels effortless, almost magical. But it's not magic. It's physics. You are a transmitter in constant conversation with creation. Every emotion is a frequency request. Every belief is a code shaping how energy flows around you. The universe listens in vibration, not in words. And right now it's listening to how you feel more than what you say. So if you want to change your timeline, start with your tone. Elevate the energy before you expect the evidence. Reality is not delayed. It's matching your resonance in real time. The moment your energy stabilizes at the frequency of peace, the storm outside begins to settle. The law of resonance doesn't just govern matter, it governs manifestation. You are not at the mercy of time. You are the one setting it. So instead of asking when things will align, ask how you can align with them now. Because the truth is, time bends to the vibration of belief. And the universe is already adjusting to the signal you're sending. Every transformation carries a moment of silence, a pause between what was and what's about to become. It's the still point between breaths. It's the heartbeat before awakening. When everything slows, when momentum vanishes, and your plans no longer move, that's not failure. That's the recalibration of your energy. The universe moves in cycles. Inhale, exhale, creation, rest, expansion, contraction. Every being, every planet, every heartbeat follows this rhythm. So why would your life be any different? The sacred pause is where the quantum field gathers itself. Rearranging the unseen threads of reality before the next surge of motion. It's the moment the wave curls before it rises again. But for the human mind, stillness feels uncomfortable. We've been trained to equate silence with stagnation, waiting with wasted time. Yet in the quantum sense, waiting is not empty. It's pregnant with potential. Just because you can see no movement doesn't mean nothing is happening. Beneath the surface, energy is aligning, recalculating, preparing to manifest in ways the conscious mind can't predict. Think of a seed underground. It looks lifeless, buried in darkness, but beneath the soil, it's splitting open, rewriting its structure so it can reach for the light. Your still seasons are exactly that. The moments you think nothing is working are the times when the universe is working the hardest for you. The pause is not a punishment. It's preparation. It's the place where old timelines dissolve quietly and new ones are coded into being. In this silence, every emotion you've suppressed rises to the surface to be felt and released. You may notice memories returning, dreams intensifying, the urge to retreat from noise. That's because your soul is recalibrating. You're shedding energetic layers that can't travel with you into the next frequency. This is why solitude feels sacred right now. The pause teaches you how to hear the subtler languages of the universe. The whispers of intuition, the pulse of inspiration, the quiet certainty that you are guided even when you don't see the path. When you stop forcing progress and allow stillness to do its work, you create resonance. You let the field synchronize with your next vibration instead of dragging the old one forward. That surrender isn't weakness. It's alignment. Because the truth is energy can only fill what is empty. If your hands are clenched around what's leaving, how can the new arrive? The sacred pause invites you to release the illusion of control, to trust that the same intelligence spinning galaxies is also arranging your next step. And when the energy finishes its recalibration, movement returns naturally. Ideas flow again. Doors open. People appear. Synchronicities surge. What once felt heavy begins to feel effortless, as if reality itself is exhaling through you. That's when you realize the pause was never an interruption. It was initiation. The universe doesn't rush. It aligns. And in this silence, you are not waiting for life to begin. Life is waiting for you to remember who you are becoming. So when you find yourself in stillness again, don't ask, when will this end? Ask instead, what is this pause preparing me to receive? Because the quieter you become, the more clearly the universe speaks. You are not a passenger in this universe. You are a participant in its design. Every thought, every feeling, every belief you hold is a command to the quantum field. Creation doesn't happen outside of you. It happens through you. The field responds to coherence, not confusion. When your heart, your mind, and your energy vibrate as one, reality begins to reshape itself with astonishing precision. This is the art of co-creation. The moment you stop asking the universe for proof and start becoming the proof yourself, the universe mirrors what you embody, not what you wish for. So if you speak abundance but live in fear, the signal is mixed and the reflection distorted. But when your energy aligns with your intention, creation becomes effortless. You are constantly shaping the field whether you realize it or not. Every emotion you feel sends ripples through time and space, informing reality of who you believe yourself to be. The universe in turn rearranges itself to confirm that belief. This is why awareness is everything. The moment you become conscious of your vibration, you begin to choose your frequency instead of repeating old patterns by default. Energy flows where attention goes. When you hold your focus on gratitude, on peace, on possibility, the field starts to organize around those frequencies. Coincidences increase. Inspiration arrives. People appear. The invisible starts to collaborate with you. You are not pulling outcomes to you. You are drawing them out of the infinite potential already surrounding you. The key is emotional alignment. You can't visualize love while vibrating in fear or imagine freedom while anchored in doubt. You must feel now what you expect to receive later. That emotional coherence is what instructs the field to bring it forth. So, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the version of you who already lives in alignment. Calm, certain, abundant, deeply at peace. Feel that frequency as if it's happening now. Breathe it into your body until it becomes real. Because in truth, the universe doesn't respond to time, it responds to tone. The feeling is the signal and the signal is the creation. Stay tuned. Thanks.